Hi, my name is Fatma. I'm a Communications and Outreach Intern with NC Counts Coalition this summer, and I'm really excited to be here. Before I started, I imagined myself to mainly just be learning about the nonprofit space, learning from different professionals, and having a lot of different conversations. I didn't imagine that I'd be basically leading my own project and doing my own work. And yes, I did get to learn about the nonprofit space and talk to professionals, but I also had the creative liberties to lead my own project, which was really amazing, and I really appreciated the trust that NC Counts Coalition had in me. So yeah, I really enjoyed the experience. So the Immigration Mental Health Solidarity Network, or IMHSN for short, is basically a network that brings together all the immigration work that's happening around the state and kind of gives it a unified voice. So think of different refugee organizations, immigrant organizations, and all the work and all the advocacy they do, just coming together as a network and promoting policies to support immigrants, especially centering around their mental health, because that's something that can often get overlooked. To me, NC Counts Coalition ensures that everyone is accounted for in the North Carolina Census. Before working with this organization, I didn't know too much about the census or the importance of it. I was definitely familiar with it, but I didn't realize that certain people went unaccounted for or how important it really was that everyone was included. And so NC Counts to me is that sense of community, and they have a people first approach. I think they look at people beyond more than just numbers. They look at their stories, who they are, their identities, and work on supporting them from the ground up. And so I think that was really meaningful for me to witness firsthand. So a moment when I realized the work I was doing at NC Counts Coalition was going to make a real and genuine impact in someone's life probably was my very last day when I was presenting my project and all the work I had done throughout the summer. I was really nervous to show the team my final project and my efforts, but in the end, just seeing how happy everyone was and hearing them talk about the future plans of using the creative materials that I made and the promotional materials that I made, and hearing firsthand in person about the impact I was going to make really solidified everything for me and made me really excited about the future of the Immigration Mental Health Solidarity Network. As someone from an immigrant community, specifically a Pakistani or South Asian background, I do think my identity really was able to connect me to this project. It's not often that you see South Asians in the immigrant advocacy space or the mental health advocacy space, and especially not when there's overlap like there was with this project. So through the project and through my research, I was able to interview a South Asian mental health professional who did a lot of work for the Immigrant Mental Health Solidarity Network. And so getting to speak to her and hearing all the impact that she's had on the state, it really made me think, if it can impact me, it definitely can impact the immigrant community, South Asian and beyond. It's truly so important, and I think I'm used to doing this work on a much smaller level, but seeing how they do a lot of advocacy work and a lot of policy work, and they have a huge network of organizations from across the state, witnessing that power firsthand and building that sense of community throughout the state, I thought was really interesting, and it really showed me the importance of that sense of community and coalition building. What I would tell myself from the start of the summer before I began my internship is that make sure you talk to everyone, make connections with anyone. Just make sure you're sharing your story and being really open, because you never know who's going to be on the other end. For me personally at NC Counts Coalition, I realized everyone on the team is super receiving to all my words and all that I had to say, and I was able to build a really close bond with my supervisor specifically, and I don't think that would have happened unless I had put myself out there, and so I'm really glad that I did. I mean, as for anything else that I have to share, I do want to say that I really, really did enjoy this work and my internship throughout the summer. I think everyone on the team was very easygoing, and I felt like I had full creative liberty over the project. I really had the freedom to interview who I wanted, format the research however I wanted, do whatever graphics I wanted, and it felt really good to have that trust in someone, especially as a college student. So I really did appreciate everything that the organization has done for me, and I definitely see myself continuing to stay in contact and keep in touch with everyone here.